Hello!
Hello!
Yo!
Yo. We are back
Yes?
after quite a hiatus.
Yeah, we're trying to fix that. We have been working on stuff.
We have
been doing
quite
stuff.
Cool stuff.
Just none of it's ready.
Long projects, and we don't have as much time to do stuff anymore.
Yeah.
So it will take a little while.
Life.
But video of the moment, as title up there suggests.
E3 2017
E3.
just happened.
Yeah, somewhat of a tradition of ours to do a reaction video. It
was alright this year.
Not reaction, but thoughts.
Thoughts. So, we're going to go through each conference in turn. Go through each thing that we saw at the conference in turn.
Yes. So we're starting with, well, the order that they were in, to be honest. Microsoft. We're only doing the consoles. Three main.
Yeah, we're not doing Ubisoft, EA, and Bethesda.
Yeah.
Or PC gaming show. I don't even know what they show for the PC gaming show.
PC games, probably. Steam. It's the Steam show, essentially.
Okay, so they started as I expected they would with the Scorpio, which is no longer called the Scorpio. It's now called the Xbox One X.
It's called the Xbox. It's an abbreviation.
If you wrote it down, it now looks like a crappy gamer tag. The Xbox One X. And that's going to confuse a lot of parents come Christmas when they're like, what do you want? I want an Xbox One X. And they go to the store, have you got the Xbox One S? Or, you know, because you've got the S out there as well.
Yeah, get away, you're not having Pims. Cat's trying to drink me Pims.
Anyway, it is the most powerful console ever constructed.
Which you would expect from the newest console out, in all honesty. That's not news. It's not really bragging, right?
It's also the smallest Xbox that they made. It's not that big.
Which...
It's not Wii small.
It's really that big. I haven't seen it in person.
It's
really.
Looks really nice.
Yeah, I've seen the photo image of it, but nothing to do with scale.
Well, in the conference they had a controller sat on top of it.
Really?
It's literally a little bit bigger than a controller.
Oh, awesome.
It looks really nice. I actually really like how it looks.
Yeah.
I want one just because
I
want an Xbox that works. Because mine, the disc drive's buggered on it. I actually have to trick my Xbox to read discs. And it's just an unstable system overall. Really bad software running on it.
Yeah, I mean, mine's fucked. On mine, no wireless works on mine. I can't connect a controller without a wire, and I can't connect to the internet without a wire. So mine's getting replaced when that comes out. It is under warranty because I got it replaced not so long back. My other one just stopped receiving power. So I'm thinking I could send it back under warranty and then trade it in under the inevitable and get money off when you trade in your so-and-so. They done it with a PS Pro. I remember 50 quid off if you trade in your old PS4.
Yeah, they announced it's coming out in November 7th. The price they announced later on, so we'll get to that.
Yeah, we're going through the order they announced stuff.
So the first game they showed was Forza. Right, they pronounce it Forza. Like a pizza. Forza. But I'm going to continue saying how I used to say it. Forza Motorsport 7.
It's Forza. Everyone calls it Forza.
They showed this right after announcing the Xbox One X. Probably because it's driving in to got nice graphics.
Yeah, Forza's always been known for its graphics as well.
Really nice graphics.
It looks nice.
We
should get it. Do that old series. They
got two young ladies to play a couple of races, but I don't know who they were. I think they were probably famous people to some people, but I don't know. They also had a car on stage.
They did last year.
They've done it before.
They had a Ford GT, but didn't Porsche announce their new car this time?
Yeah, it's the first time it's ever been unveiled, and they did it at E3.
Yeah.
Of all places.
Shows how
how
big of a platform it is.
It's cool, I guess. But I didn't particularly care about a new Porsche. Cat's trying to dig its way out of the room.
Fuck off. Out is a prick.
So yeah, very nice graphics, and they got a Porsche. Metro Exodus.
Good asshole cat. Now the cat's trying to get in the room again. Fuck off. Metro Exodus.
I've
heard this looks really good.
It does, but it was very, very scripted. You could tell what they actually showed it was gameplay footage, but it was like he was clearly methodically going through it. I had the 28 Days Later theme though. Noticed that straight away.
Shoot.
Yeah. I've never played any of the Metro games. I had one. I got one for free from Steam. I don't know if I actually did it.
I've heard people who played the other ones, and I've played it myself, but they've really enjoyed it. So, and I'm sure a lot of people watching have as well. How do we move on to?
So unfortunately, we don't have much to talk about from Metro.
No.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Origins.
Egypt.
That's about the only hook that has got me.
It looks beautiful.
Because Assassin's Creed, I was into it for ages, but once we got to the 4th game, I think Black Flag was the last one I played. I never finished 3, I got bored of that. And then 4 came out, I was like, give it another try, and then I got bored of that.
I've never
touched them since.
I've never really played one. I've got
2 was amazing.
Downloaded from Games for Gold, but
yeah, 2 was great, that was my favourite, but
2 was Venice.
I kind of completely lost interest seeing all the series had to offer, but then Origins is set in ancient Egypt. And I've always had an interest in ancient Egypt, so maybe. Also, there was a giant snake in the trailer.
Resident Evil style.
Yeah, it was a bit like Yawn. So, I don't. Because as far as I remember, Assassin's Creed didn't have weird stuff like that in it. I mean, it had like magic, but it wasn't like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there was a moment where I don't know what the guy's name is. I can't remember, but when the assassin like was in the air and he pulled his bow, it all slowed down, just like in Breath of the Wild.
I remember seeing that bit. Yeah.
Yeah. What's this? Player Unknown's Battlegrounds.
Something that I wasn't that interested in, but I spoke to someone I know who has played it before on PC or whatever, because it's been out a while, hasn't it? And he was really excited about this because he thought it was a great game. And I saw the trailer and I thought, it looks really boring, to be honest. I thought the trailer it looked like poor man's Battlefield meets Call of Duty.
I have no idea what to expect. I've never played it.
But apparently it's really good. So
the word of mouth.
So I think, is it out now? Was that a really soon release? Because I swear I saw someone playing it the other day.
Exclusive written down. But
Or I at least saw someone playing a video, upload a video of it.
I think it's the
But if it's on
scope.
PC,
The
that
scope
could be
of the game is what's
I
interesting.
see.
Because I wrote big multiplayer brawler game, almost like they had a shot of like a camera coming down the corridor, and there was like so many people just in firefights. Yeah, maybe.
It'd be an interesting one. See how it turns out. It's got millions of people already play it. So it's a big game. So it's a good catch from Xbox to get it in.
Yeah. I have Deep Rock Galactic.
I don't remember seeing this.
Polygonal co-op game. If I recall, it wasn't too
really brief.
clear to me. Yeah, it wasn't clear to me what you did in the game.
Okay.
I wasn't too sure what the game really was. I just wrote exclusive.
Got a bad make your mind up.
State of Decay 2.
This to me looks really fun.
See, I'm
slow burner.
I could care less about zombie games now. I mean, Resi, I make an exception.
To me, this seems different though.
Oh, right. I did make a note that the base building stuff and the fact that you form a little group.
Yeah.
That interests me a bit.
Yeah, to me that really interests me because back in school, I remember it clearly, in our science lessons, they would just talk about what we'd do in the event of a zombie apocalypse, where we'd have our base, who would include this, that and the other. It's basically a game of that, from what I can tell, which just sounds really fun. But you'd need to play it with your mates.
Yeah, I think the only thing about the footage they showed was it was very jacked footage.
Yeah,
there was a lot of issues with that particular one. It looked like a pre-gen game at times, but I'm assuming that's just because it's early days and they'll buy it.
Hopefully so.
The Darwin Project. This was the weird one.
What was that?
This was the weird one.
I remember the name, I don't remember.
Where it was, I can't quite remember how it started, but all I remember is all of a sudden the lights go down and this big scary man starts screaming at the audience from the stage. He's commentating the game.
Oh yes!
He comes out of the shadows, this big, brightly lit face. And he's going with I can't understand the man at all.
No, it wasn't.
It was scary.
It was almost as if he was distracting from the game. Because
the game itself looked kind of.
It looked
it was a duel what was going on, but it was like.
Yeah,
the man was just.
They were trying to say. Because that's how people content in esports, obviously.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to make it out to be some big game that had this potential of some great esport thing. It's just like the game that was going on behind just didn't look like it matched.
It was
at all.
It was just scary.
It looked like a slower paced game.
So next, fucking Minecraft. Again. When did that game come out?
At least 7 years ago. Not full release, but it was millions of people playing it.
Is it still in fucking E3? In one of the big conferences? I'm sick of it.
It's got its own convention.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to come
to
back.
fucking Minecon. For God's sake.
Do not give a shit. Minecraft. However, they did have one of the, in my opinion, one of the biggest announcements. In a way, because crossplay. Brilliant that that's a thing. Although Sony had blocked it apparently. They're not letting Sony players do it, but everyone else is.
Switch. It was a Switch. There was a Nintendo Switch in.
I thought because they didn't announce the crossplay, and I saw this Nintendo Switch made in Minecraft. I was like, has that got in by accident?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Which is really cool.
That's cool, but it makes me laugh when they're like, 4K update. Fucking squares, mate. For God's sake. I mean, the lighting looks alright, but it's still just squares.
Yeah, it's basically the 4K update is a shaders mod because there's been mods and updates that make it look way better since the game came out. So it's not really a thing that Minecraft can be played in 4K, other than you don't have to download a mod for it. Yeah, but to be honest, you can just click a button to download a mod these days. Maybe you need slightly less powerful.
We've already spent enough time on fucking Minecraft anyway.
Yeah, we've spent enough time in previous years on bloody Minecraft.
It's still the same game, believe it or not. So next, this was a funny one. They came out on stage and were like, we saw this game in Japan and we thought it was really cool, so we wanted to show it. And I'm thinking, Japanese developers. No, they're on about Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which is a new fighting game.
Tekken for Dragon Ball. From what I took of that, or Street Fighter for Dragon Ball.
It looks more like Street Fighter.
Yeah, Street Fighter.
It's a fighting game for Dragon Ball Z, but it looks unbelievable. Like, the graphics are just wow. It looks like actual cel-shaded anime. Like, the
graphics look good, but to me, any games like that come out are just reskins of others.
This one looked different enough though. This one looked enough Dragon Ball.
See, this is different. You're a Dragon Ball fan, so you're more partial to liking it. As someone who's impartial, don't overly play the games too much, like any kind of fighting games.
What I'm trying to
button bashes, I just kind of see it and I think, what's the difference between that?
The last Dragon Ball Fighter was Budokai 3. Well, that's the last proper one person fighter was Budokai 3.
Yeah.
If you don't count Infinite World, most people don't. That was distinct. It was its own fight. You couldn't say that was like this or like this or like that. It was different enough that it was its own thing. This one looks a little bit more traditional, but it still looks different enough. It's got like 3v3 combat in there. I didn't see any Dragon Ball Super characters in there. No.
You know what they need to do, Dragon Ball, is I saw a video not so long back of someone had made Dragon Ball on the Unreal Engine, and it looked absolutely insane. It looks so fucking good. They need to make it in that engine as a game. Yeah, it's so good.
I'm hoping that's not a replacement for Xenoverse 3, because the Xenoverse game is quite good.
And when did Xenoverse 2 come out? Not so long back.
Not so long back.
So
I'm still on and off playing that.
Yeah.
So. Next up, Black Desert exclusive to the Xbox One.
Launch exclusive.
Probably timed.
I think I said launch exclusive.
It's likely because it's a Japanese game.
See, Black Desert's one of them. It actually looks fairly decent as I think it's an MMO.
It looks like at times it looks like a hack and slash. At times it looks like an online.
Yeah. There's a few games out like it at the minute. Like there's one that I played briefly called Revelations Online as well. That looks very similar, even down to the characters. They're both very Japanese. The way that women are very booby and the blokes are very hairy. By hairy, I mean they've got
spiky.
So they're very similar games, but I mean, if it's an MMO on console, I think there's a place for that at the minute because nothing really ever replaced Final Fantasy 7. Was that online on the original Xbox?
7 was never on.
There was an MMO that was I can't remember. There was Final Fantasy.
There was Final Fantasy 11, and there was 5. No, 5 is like
that's way older.
2D sprites. Yeah. Final Fantasy 11 was online, and 14 was online.
It'll be 11 because 11's been around, and it was on back on the Xbox when you could have keyboard and mouse on the Xbox. And then there was a big place for the MMO there, and that lasted a lot. So I think there's a place for it. To be honest, at the minute.
Well, they currently have Final Fantasy 14 online, which apparently is very popular at the minute. Like people are putting hundreds of hours into it. So
you always have to on the Final Fantasy MMOs, don't you? Because the way it works. But that, I mean, that could do well. It looks decent. It doesn't look bad. It's very pretty. Okay, yeah, the environments look something else.
Nice looking game.
I'm not looking at his crotch. He's got his list there.
And down. The Last Night. This was.
What was this?
Weird. This was like.
This one, is it?
It looked a bit like an indie game. I don't know if it is or not, but it was. Have you ever played Another World? Or is it Out of This World?
No.
That's basically. It's the only way I could describe it. It's like pixel art style, but Another World was basically a game released on Super Nintendo and Mega Drive.
Yeah.
Where it's really bizarre to explain. You control the character. It's not like a traditional platform. It's like you move to the next screen and then something happens and you have to. It's really bizarre to explain.
Okay.
It looks like Another World, which is a good thing. You don't know what I'm on about.
That is a good thing.
You don't know what I'm on about, but it's a good thing.
I trust it.
If that's what they're going for, it looks interesting.
Okay.
Then there was The Artful Escape. I haven't a fucking clue what that game's about.
I don't remember this one either. I swear, I started watching before this and finished watching after this, and it's in the middle, it's a black house.
This one was the weird one, but the guy, he looked a bit like Where's Waldo, and he's got like electric guitar, and he's constantly running to the right.
Oh yeah!
And stuff's going on.
Yeah,
it looks a bit like a Monty Python cartoon at times.
Yeah, I just think, what the fuck?
I don't get what the game is.
Because I started off by thinking, this looks shit, and then I thought at the end, like, looks interesting.
I'm interested. I just want to know what it is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm curious. What it is. Code Vein. Oh no, I think this is the one. Yeah, I got Black Desert and Code Vein confused. This is the anime style looking hack and slash.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Black Desert mixed up.
I think not what you said about Black Desert.
Because I haven't really played Black Desert. No, it's I haven't played it, but yeah, that's not the whole. Code Vein was basically one of those lines and start hacking the iPad.
Yeah.
Not more to say. They didn't show it, but on the contrary to that, Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves.
Easily.
We can hear Abby having a go at the cat. Sea of Thieves.
This is probably
still no release date. Early next year, 2018. This looks brilliant. This looks so much fun.
This looks a lot better than it did last year. Last year I was a bit worried that it was all like on the boat.
It was very slow last year.
Yeah, and
Let's Play people doing it.
Yeah, they made it weird with Let's Play, and it was all on the boat. This year, I know it's not just on the boat.
A bit of both.
I know there's plundering and.
But also, I spoke to someone who played good version of the alphas of this, or betas, whatever version it's in now. He played it. I literally was speaking to him yesterday, and he played it the week before E3, and it was nothing like what they showed.
Yeah.
He thinks that the build they left it at, and created an E3 build that hasn't been live yet, where they introduced a lot more stuff, basically. Yeah. So if that's the case, that's brilliant, because obviously they're adding to it. But if that's not the case, then they've shown gameplay that can't be done.
I don't think. Wow, I'd like to say that they wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
This after it's now been at what 3 E3s?
2 that I'm aware of.
Including this year, anyway.
Including this year, I thought it was 2.
Wow.
2 or 3.
2 or 3. But yeah, it's late. It would be very risky to do that. It's okay. You can get away with it like the first time.
Yeah.
You show a game, but then there's
what he did say is something that he's found is the world's quite big, and in each world or server there's only 3 ships.
Oh right, okay.
Currently.
Well,
so
it's
that's
kind of have to limit it though, because
it makes those encounters more important.
Yeah,
but also,
otherwise it's just an attack every 2 minutes.
people aren't going to play it if they never see anyone. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I get that comes with fine tuning. They can always find if it's more
It
popular.
depends what they mean by big. If it's Wind Waker big, you can get away with it because Wind Waker size is probably about the right size for 3 ships.
If you can regularly
Yeah.
You might encounter each other once.
Depends how
on
quick
this
those
session.
ships move as well.
Yeah, it depends.
But it's got a lot of potential. It looks really fun.
If it's one
And we've got the name of our ship already.
yeah. I mean, it's great for us who've got like an Overwatch clan. Not clan.
We're not gay.
We're a little Overwatch crew.
Yeah,
We're ready to play, so we've already got like a ship's crew there.
Yeah.
Go. But I imagine if you're not someone who plays online very often, it's not going to appeal.
No. There doesn't look to be any kind of single player to it.
I have to confess, I don't remember what this one was.
What was this?
Tacoma.
Don't remember. Move on.
Move on.
No point making stuff
Sorry
up.
to anyone who was really
Tacoma.
interested in Tacoma, but
To Google! Carry on. Vamp.
I can move on while you Google Tacoma.
Okay.
Super lucky.
Spell it.
Tacoma.
Taco.
Yeah, Tacoma.
Is it anything to do with it? It was a place.
Anyways, Super Lucky's Tale is
Meh.
an exclusive
The platform.
Xbox platformer.
Didn't look great.
Well, you say that, it's not hiatus, is it?
It's not, but
It's,
the thing is, when I look at that compared to platformers I know and like,
it don't look anywhere near as appealing as the likes of your Marios or your when you've got like Crash and Spyro.
no, I don't know if we're just under the impression we're not wanting to move on, because that was essentially the golden era of stuff,
Yeah.
of platformers. Well, not, but it didn't look great. So looking at this, not a lot from Tacoma, to be honest.
We just had a little look at
That's what we're
Tacoma.
looking down at.
Yeah.
It'll be on here for you. Ish.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't write any notes down apparently, because there's nothing
You
to
don't know
write.
anything. It's someone walking.
No idea.
It kind of actually, looking at the start of it, it's got 2 hands lining up with other hands. And then that's all kind of gameplay you really know. To me that maybe looks like some sort of virtual reality early days. If you're lining hands up, potentially that, because I tried out the HoloLens at work not so long back.
I'd be
I
very
don't know if they're
surprised
pushing-
if it's VR. Just because it's the Xbox.
Yeah, it's just because that's what it looked like, to be
Yeah.
honest. But HoloLens is a good one.
But yeah, Super Lucky's Tale. Yeah. It slightly annoying was when it started. I think everyone I thought the same thing. Thought it might conquer.
I thought it was fucking, for a brief while, I thought it was Tails. And I thought it was a new Sonic game.
I've heard some people say they thought it was Tails, but yeah, I was like, oh, is that Conquer? Because I know that they showed him the HoloLens thing, but yeah, no one. Cuphead has a release date.
I loved their conference.
Yeah, where they
No,
just
it was
openly said,
brilliant. It was
sorry team. It's like-
The likes of which have never been seen before. Cross out the never. 29th of September. Boom.
Yeah,
done.
it's-
Simple. Looks fun.
It's finally coming out, except it's no longer an exclusive to the Xbox One. It's timed exclusive.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, because there's quite a lot of hype around that. Because people just,
Yeah, a lot of people are interested in it.
even though the gameplay is probably very average,
It's
you can't do a lot interesting with a
point.
with a 2D sky.
No one's playing the gameplay. They're playing it for
they
the
want it for the
visuals.
It's going to be our age and older
Yeah.
that are excited about that game, which is a huge audience now.
Terry Crews crashed the pilot.
I actually thought this was the best announcement that they had, because they used the stage more with the video. It was a much more of an event,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. They had the fire going, they had it synced with where Terry Crews' video was shooting, which was a lot cooler than... I mean, there's nothing wrong with just showing a video and get people hyped with gameplay.
Yeah.
It was just nice to see someone doing a bit extra, to be honest.
It
Like
was,
with Forza bringing the car.
It was Crackdown 3, by the way. We haven't actually said what the game is. But yeah, I think I played a bit of the first one because it was free for a while. I don't remember
I
it
was
very much.
watching a mate play it.
I never played the
It
second
looked
one.
fun. It looked a bit like, if I had to describe it now, I'd think it was Sunset Overdrive mixed with GTA.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
I played a little bit of the first one, but it was, by the time I got around to playing it, it was a bit outdated.
Yeah.
That's probably why I didn't stick with it. But It's a new one, so it probably won't be out there anymore. Then they did like an indie montage.
Indie games. It's great that they're supporting
Yeah,
indie
it's fair
games.
enough. Give them a thing, but
we don't need.
there's no way I'm going to be able to write down all of the ones that appeared.
That's the thing. Compared to all the other games and stuff that's being released, the indie games. Just, in
To be fair,
comparison,
indie games thrive more on Steam.
yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. When you can get Steam green light, you have backing behind it, all that.
Yeah.
Especially with places like Kickstarter now, Kickstarter games.
It's nice that they're getting recognised at E3, but yeah.
We're still waiting on that horror game. Remember I supported that horror game not so long
Oh
back?
yeah, I remember that one.
I don't think anything ever happened with that. I guess it failed.
Yeah. Ashen.
I think this looks really cool.
This was the
I really
weird
like the
one
graphics of this.
when
Very co-op based. From the
Everyone had
trailer.
no faces or anything. And it
Yeah,
was-
really interesting graphical style.
Yeah.
Um,
What do you do?
I don't know. It looked very co-op.
That's what I mean.
It was like a 3D third-person platformy horror kind of game. It looked interesting. It was the ambience reminded me a lot of Inside.
I never played Inside, but I know what you're on about. I've seen the visuals.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That was
I've
very
seen
limbo.
it played.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it seems to have that same ambience about it, which looks quite cool.
Ashen's one
If it's,
I've heard a lot of people say that.
if it's a co-op based game, that's good. To be honest, there needs to be a lot more focus around co-op. I think these days,
Well, yeah.
with
but
split screen, of course.
Split screen's always nice.
Yeah, it's preferable.
Next is Life is Strange Before the Storm.
I thought this looked good. Not knowing what it was as well, because it didn't announce it was Life is Strange until the end, and I haven't played Life is Strange until.
I knew straight away because I recognised the art style. I've played the first Life is Strange all the way through. Really good game. It's you have to like them kinds of games though. It's not a game for everyone.
It was Heavy Rain style, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Choice making.
it's interactive film basically.
Yeah.
But this one was different in that the main character of the first one was his name was Max Caulfield. She could rewind time. So in most of these games, when you
Spoilers. I didn't know this.
well, it's right at the beginning. You get it from the beginning of the game.
Or the end of the game.
Most of these games, when you speak to the character, they're like, okay, these are your options. What you're going to say. You might read it in your head and deliver the line one way, but then you select it and the character says it a different way.
Okay.
Which can sometimes be like, oh shit, I wouldn't have picked that one if I knew she was going to yell it or something like that. What Life is Strange did was you could pick any option, hear her say it, hear what the other character responds with, and if you don't like what they said, rewind and try the other one.
Okay.
Which is interesting because then you can see every outcome and choose which one you think is going to be more beneficial. That was the hook for the game for me.
I needed that with Until Dawn.
That's what I mean. It would break Until Dawn in half. But it would, you know, you can imagine how that. And the storyline was really interesting. The characters were really good. This one looks like this is the prequel.
Okay.
It doesn't have Max from the original game in it. This is about Chloe, who's the best friend character.
Okay.
And her actress isn't Italian, which is a bit of a shame. I think there's a strike on the minute.
No.
But yeah, the game follows Chloe, the
I
character.
didn't think that looked good.
It's not by the same developers either. I hope that doesn't make a difference. And there's no rewind ability because you're not playing as that character either. So
I see.
I'm hoping this isn't all bad stuff.
Hopefully the different developer won't make too much vision issue because it is.
From what they showed in the trailer, it doesn't look like
There's
it.
another game, so they've got that to go on as a basis.
Yeah.
Starting point.
From what they showed in the trailer, it looks pretty much as good as the original one. I hope it is. The original one was really good.
Yeah.
Shadow of War, Lord of the Rings.
I thought this looked fun.
This one, the highlight of this one though was just your troll mate.
That almost annoyed me though.
Your
It
orc.
felt overdone.
Orc, sorry, not your troll.
I was like, this guy's trying to kill stuff and he's having a laugh.
He was the star of the show.
I just thought there was too much of it.
I've not played, what is it, Shadow of Mordor?
Yeah.
I haven't played any Lord of the Rings games actually, because I'm not as big on Lord of the Rings as some others are.
Yeah.
I like the films enough. I've never read the book, I don't read the books.
The
But
writing's like that big.
I know, the book's not big.
It's like a pube.
It's all written in ye olde Middle Earth thing.
Hey, nonny nonny.
But yeah, it looked quite an interesting game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did think it went on a bit long though, because a lot of the gameplay is fairly slow. And actually, to be honest, to me, obviously it looks like you get someone down to a certain amount of health you're fighting them.
Do you know what this game reminds me of?
And it just looks like a bit of a cop-out. You're going to be waiting for every enemy you fucking fight, you're going to be, I'm using the ring and...
In a weird way, do you know what this game reminds me of? Pokemon.
catch them when they're weak.
You whittle them down, and then you build an army. You capture them and build your army. It's like Lord of the Rings meets Pokemon.
Yeah.
So,
because they will be the better orcs that you can get.
Yeah.
The rarer ones.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Don't remember this. Oh no.
I need to play Ori basically because Ori is an indie game that got really popular. It really like. I never got around to playing it, but they're making another one.
See, this is why the indie games are good, but we don't necessarily need it at E3. Because E3 at the montage, we probably couldn't. I can think of one indie game from the whole montage that I thought looked good. Whereas indie games get big if they're going to get big, not through E3. So they don't necessarily need to be there.
Well, this
one's got big.
Yeah, this one's a sequel, so.
Yeah, so
they can kind of get away with it at E3. It's like, hey, we've got this.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You can announce it then, but we don't need a whole segment on indie games.
Oh, so next they announced original Xbox games will be compatible with Xbox One.
Yeah, we can play Splinter Cell.
Oh, fucking hell, no. We've done that. They revealed it with Crimson Skies, which caught me off guard, because when he's like, oh, so now you'll be able to play classics, like, I'm thinking he's going to say Halo. and he didn't say Halo, he said Crimson Skies. So, okay, fair enough. Catch me off guard with that one. But that's always good. Backwards compatibility is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Because the original Xbox is like that big.
That's something they've got on PlayStation as well, because they can't play.
Yeah,
they can't even play PS3 games.
PS4 is abysmal as far as back. I think you can stream.
You can't play PS2 games.
You can't play PS1 or PS2. You can download some PS2 games, but
see, that's the thing. Like, for example, when we want to play Spyro, we can't download Spyro 2 to the PS4. We need a PS3 to play it on.
You can download a very small library of PS2 games. You can stream PS3, and that's as far as it goes. PS3, the very first model of that, you could play PS1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Then they took out the PS2 because it was too expensive.
Basically, Sony need to catch up. I feel that there's probably says volumes about for the Xbox that they built it in a way, probably knowing they're going to do it. They just don't have the means to do it in the time frame at the time. For example, it's coming now, whereas I feel like PlayStation probably haven't.
Well, now Xbox, the whole library is covered now.
Yeah.
Because 360 is already on there, so.
Yeah.
They then announced 4K updates for Gears 4, Halo Wars 2, Killer Instinct.
Halo Wars 2 4K. It's like Minecraft.
I can't think of a game less. Well, apart from Minecraft, that would need it less. Forza Horizon 3. Those ones.
I think basically 4K updates, and then I wouldn't be surprised if GTA 5 gets a 4K update.
Thing is, when I say 4K update, they're not talking about native. I don't think they're talking about that cross-hatching thing that they do, which makes it look sharper. So it will look a bit nicer, but I don't think it'll be true 4K. It will just look nicer.
If it looks nicer, it looks nicer. Yeah, can't complain.
They then announced, they reiterated again, Xbox One X comes out November 7th, and then they dropped very quickly and quietly $4.99. That's expensive.
$499 US, 450 of the Queen's English pounds.
It's expensive for an upgrade.
It is.
That is the price you pay for a new console, not an upgrade.
Yeah, but maybe I wonder whether they're treating it like that, because although I seem to remember I was thinking about it when this was announced, and they did say, didn't they, that the Xbox would be the last. No, the Xbox One would be the last console.
It has been said before, yeah, but
so
I don't know how
I get a feeling it is maybe just going to be reiterations.
I was going to say they're just going to
with crossplay,
making Xbox One X one, Xbox One X 2.
Yeah, I almost feel like with crossplay it's leading towards a more universal. It'll never be a universal system, but
it's going to get to a point though where they're just going to decide, okay, drop the Xbox brand and just go to Windows.
Yeah. Because it's going to get there at some point, isn't it? And you just essentially buy a PC in console form.
Yeah.
It's like buying a family PC.
Like one of them Steam boxes.
It's going to turn into a family PC, is what it is. That can only run things at certain.
Very expensive. I mean, I'm still going to get one because I'm daft. But
I'm going to get one because I need one, not because I'm daft.
Well, yeah, that's my justification as well. Mine isn't working properly.
Yeah.
So I need one.
I don't see the point in getting a 1X when I could get something that plays 4K and is going to survive a lot longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
But yeah, very
pretty
expensive.
decent. Anyway, it looks
Then,
nice.
as they closed off, they left us with the new BioWare game, Anthem.
Which I still need to see clips of, but I have not heard anyone say anything bad about how this looked.
The environment, the landscape of this game, awesome.
Yeah.
Really, really, really good graphics. So that's it's a co-op. The way they presented it wasn't brilliant, to be fair. They did that Let's Play thing again. It wasn't Let's Plays, but it was like they tried to recreate what it might be in an online environment.
Eve.
Sort of. Yeah. A bit like the This Is Eve. They had like a couple of people playing the game, and then they're like running through the environment, and they tried to make it real, where they're like, oh look, there's a thing over there, I think there's a quest in there, oh we'll do that when so and so comes online, and then out of nowhere these two people spawn, they're like, hey guys, and they go, yeah, it looks like you sort of are in a hub world, you get given a quest, and then you and your mates jump in these big like suit things and go and do a mission, a bit like Destiny.
Interesting. We'll come to that.
Yeah, it looks
I'll
interesting.
come to that in a minute.
But Anthem is a game I'm going to need to see more of, because they didn't show a lot. But graphically, what they should show is great.
Yeah.
And then they finished without revealing Halo 6.
Wasn't there something you missed out? Not game-wise. There was more stuff being added to the design center thing. More colours on the controllers.
They didn't say that in the conference. I think that came out later.
Was it after? I remember seeing about there was extra controllers because they themed one on that Super Lucky's tail.
Yeah, they must have done that afterwards because it wasn't in the conference. But yeah, no Halo 6 teaser yet. I expected to see that.
Yeah, it makes
I mean,
you
to be
wonder.
fair, you know there is a Halo 6 coming. They don't need to show us a teaser, to be fair.
No.
Then maybe they'll just wait until next year's E3 and then they'll
Do a
say,
full trailer.
Here's some
as opposed to a
gameplay,
teaser.
here's the actual game, it's coming out at the end of the year.
Yeah.
As opposed to just what they usually do, where they go, here's a
The thing
cryptic.
Yeah, if they show a teaser, they then are under pressure to work on it, announce it, this, that and the other. Whereas I'm hoping, we haven't heard anything yet, is because they want to make it good. Because as we've said many times, Halo 5 was alright.
It was very, very okay.
Hopefully, seen as... I want to say Halo 6 will be the last Halo. Because
it's the last of this trilogy.
Yeah, I think it deserves an end, personally. Because it's epic
they
story,
took a
but I
risk.
think it needs to end.
They took a risk doing 4. 4 was surprisingly very good.
I really enjoyed 4.
Campaign-wise, talking, I really
It was
liked it.
difficult, not too not stupid.
It was very.
I think with 5.
It was
dumb.
yeah. It was a lot like Halo 1's campaign in 4, and then 5 was. The advertising campaign for 5 was better than the game one.
Yeah, it was.
I got really hyped about the
I
story.
didn't even play the beta much for 5. That's
We
how
didn't,
meh
did
it
we?
was.
Yeah.
I think I was away at the time, and there was like 2 days I was back when it was on, and I barely touched it.
Well, we did play it.
We did play it, yeah.
It's on the channel somewhere.
There was like, what, 3-4 matches that we played. We didn't play a lot.
It was. I was about to say it wasn't working right. I think it was generally working fine. It was working better than matches.
Yeah, the beta for 5 was working better than
that's something else we didn't see. Halo 3 Anniversary.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll ever go near that idea again.
Yeah, I'm kind of gutted.
Well,
It only needs a 4K update.
I would have. That'll be the next thing. 4K updates for your old games as well. Yeah, I almost wanted to see another Chief Collection done properly that works. But never
Wishful
mind.
thinking though. We need to move on because this is fucking boiling.
Yeah, we need to move on. That was probably the longest video we'll do though, because Xbox had
Xbox smashed it.
all of these notes. The next one's literally like a column.
Yeah.
Each.
Xbox smashed it.
They had a very good conference this year,
yeah.
just to be said.
Just watching this one. Watch the next one for Sony or
Sony
Nintendo if you haven't watched them already, because you know.
Or if you want to skip one of them. Although,
Whatever. See you in the next one. Bye.